Howdy, gang. Tiger's back. How is everybody? I'm a little early today, but I figured I may as well. I'm here and I'm not ready as always. Forgot half of the stuff as always. But I also I also decided I'm gonna do mostly show and tell today, even though most of the stuff you've already seen in my video. But I know some of you have not watched my video. But yeah, it's uh I'm barely over jet lag, if even. For some reason, coming back always gives me a hard time. Of course, coming back are always day flights, and you don't get any sleep. And then when I come home, my body is kind of thinking, well, where are we now? And my body is deciding, well, it's 9 a.m. where you just came from, so you need to get up now. And then it's what, 2 or 3 in the morning, and I can't sleep anymore. And then I fall asleep at like 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. And it takes forever to get back into the rhythm. On the way over there, I try and use the night flights, the red eyes, as much as I can. So if the flight leaves around between 9 and 10 p.m., and I got a couple hours to get ready and eat dinner, and then I go to sleep and sleep for 5 or 6 hours until breakfast time. And I miss the movies. That's the problem, missing the movies. I had this game for a while where I tried to outdo me on the movies. How many movies can Tiger watch in one transcontinental flight? Yeah, I think I made it to 5 or 6 or 5.5, because then they turn it off when it comes close to landing, and it's like I was just this short. Oh well. Well, I lost a little bit, not that much. I'm working on it though. Of course, I eat the wrong foods over there. When I'm in Germany, I cannot stick to any sensible eating because there's candy, there's chips, there's bread rolls, good bread, stuff I love that I don't get over here. Of course, I'm over there every year. So every year I'm breaking my diet thinking, this is the last time in my life I get to eat this. I gotta have more. Yeah. But I'm gonna try and be good again now. With summer coming, it's gonna be easier for me because in the summertime I only eat salads at night, anyways, green salads and stuff. I love my salads, and it's easier for me to cut out the carbs, even though I love bread every so often, the good bread. And yes, I'm wearing my new Snoopy T-shirt that I got in Sylt, and this is Sylt right there, the island of Sylt, where I was, among other places. And there's Snoopy and Woody. And I don't normally buy those souvenir things, but this one I thought was so cute. And I needed some new colors. I'm tired of purple and black and blue. I need something different for a change. Uh, and what else? Oh yeah, I never did any individual hellos, but you know what? You all know. And I can't even keep track of who all is here. But I hope that you all do the whole thumbs up thing for me because, yeah, my videos, I know I disappeared for a month and I had a couple of videos. Hey, Claudia. That's okay. You can listen. That's fine. And no, we do not expect you to type while driving. Thank you. Hey, Mary. I saw Georgia. I saw, of course, Bree and Kim. I saw Kaz. I saw, who else did I see? Michelle, I think. Mary. Hello, everybody. Karen. Yeah, and to get the sads out of the way, my favorite piece and the one that would have been a big money maker is the one that didn't survive the shipping. I'm going to try and glue it back together, and I'm going to keep it around the house. I can display it on the not broken side. It was that big yellow ram, ceramic ram, the mid-century. I found one on Etsy that was not the ram. It was a different animal, but the same same maker. Hey, John Robert. Uh, Same Penny Sue and Albert. Hello. The same maker and the same color, just a different animal, and they were asking over $100 for it. No, I didn't expect to get over $100 for that piece, but I did expect to get good money for it. And plus, I loved him. I kind of wanted to keep him for a while, anyways, because he was unique. And I did pay good money for him too. Luckily, the dealer was cool, and he threw in a bunch of other stuff, so I ended up getting a really good deal. Yeah, that is a shame, Kaz. That was the most valuable piece I picked up of all. And my favorite piece. My other favorite piece was this lady here. She already was damaged, so I got a good deal on her. But you can hardly see that she is damaged. The damage is right here on the wrist. And it doesn't look like it was completely broken off. It just looks like there's a crack in the wrist. So ultimately, you can probably just give her like a bracelet. In fact, if you look at it from afar, it looks like she's wearing a bracelet. And I did get, of course, got the dealer tried to charge, wanted a lot of money for it. I don't know if he realized that she was cracked or if he was trying to get away with it, because a lot of people don't notice these things, including me, half the time. This time I did, and yeah, she is lovely, isn't she? She's the Art Deco type, and it's a Hübschenreuter or something. It's a real good one. And yeah, she would be worth a little bit of money too, without the crack. Here's the stamp and all that. I haven't done any definite research on her quite yet, so she's gonna be sticking around here for a little while. So I'm not too mad about the crack, because this one was already there and I adjusted the price accordingly. So I pretty much paid almost 50% less than what the person wanted for it. That's a downside with those German flea markets. I don't know how it is here. I mean, we have dealers everywhere, but in Germany there are a lot of Turkish and Arabic people, which I'm not saying that because I don't like other nations. I'm saying that because those guys are the worst dealers. They are tough. They have the highest prices, and they're really hard to get down on their prices. And some of them, they run after you if you just tell them no, because I know how much I'm willing to spend on an item, and if the price that they quote me is way higher, I know I'm not gonna get anywhere near what I want to pay. So there's really no point in trying to bargain with them. So I just try to walk away, and then they come running after you, and they go, "Oh, how much do you want to give? How much do you want?" That one lady was funny though, because she was I bought a bunch of photo albums from her. In fact, I got those here. I may show you some of those later. And her point was, and I had another piece of art, which was actually this one, which now doesn't have the glass anymore, but it survived in my suitcase. The glass did not, but I like it. I really like this piece. I'm thinking of getting a piece of glass made for it, which that's the downside, because by the time I spend money on the glass, it'll be more than what I spent on this actual painting picture. It's a lithograph. I should probably just hang it the way it is, but the glass would protect it from outside stuff. So, and I really like this picture. So I'm gonna take it in and see what I can do. There was another one that by the same artist that was not quite as impressive. I usually like to buy pairs, but I decided not to in this case because I was still starting out. That was my first day when I picked that up. Then there was another piece that I did not pick up that day that I went back for a couple of weeks later, and it was gone. And I'm still mad at myself for that because I really fell in love with that piece, but I was not willing to spend the money at the time. That was, again, money for more money than I would be able to make it worth my while if I sold it. But it was also a piece I wasn't planning on selling. It was a nice mid-century piece of art. But anyways, that's gone. I have a lot of other pieces. Instead, I came back and I bought with a vengeance. I bought a whole bunch of other stuff from that dealer. the second time around when I saw him the second time. Then there was this set. These I had 4 pieces that matched with the same. Yeah, I had it on my luggage, which is normally I'm lucky. So far, I have not had a whole lot of breakage. Most breakage I had after I unpacked the stuff. This time I only broke 1 piece after I unpacked everything. Last year I think I broke 2 pieces after one right after I sold it before I was able to ship it out to the person who bought it. And but this time, yeah, I had I think three casualties, one beyond repair, the other 2. I'm going to try that Japanese I always forget the word, where they glue stuff back together with that, like the gold color, and make it really pretty. And that's what the plate that came with this set was one of the pieces that broke. And that one I'm going to do that with, because if the brake is clean, it's easier to do. If it's not as clean, then, well, like the ram, it's actually broken several pieces, and one piece came out, but I may not be able to get that fixed. I may want to take it in and see if my restorer can fix it. I don't know if it's worth the while though, because that's gonna be expensive. But I can at least send them pictures and ask them about it. Look, I'm all green today. My colors all match today. I'm going on a new color. What's it called? Color scheme. So this guy, I loved it. I love the way it was. What's the word? It's shaped on top. I've never seen one of those before. That I got from that little flea market up in near my friend's house and outside of Berlin. And that was all regular people cleaning out the houses, not the dealers. So the prices were a lot better at that market. And then there is this guy, which I thought was funny because I'm coming from Arizona and then I'm picking up a gecko or salamander or whatever you want to call this guy. I mean, it doesn't look like, yeah, kintsugi. That's it, Bree. Thank you. I always forget the word. I used to be good with languages. But right now, it's like I'm getting so old, my brain doesn't retain stuff anymore. So I got him. I love him. He's cute. And then I have, oh yeah, the big fish. That was another one of my favorite. Now, that's a big, heavy piece. This one even has a sticker. This one and the plate were the same company. I'm not sure about the other 2 pieces. I think the vase, maybe. The salamander, I'm pretty sure, is a different company, but they all match the colors. And this guy has a little thing in the back so we can hang him on the wall. And it's like a wall pocket. It's heavy, but you can put stuff inside. So yeah, I kind of like him. He's cool. So if anyone is interested in anything, let me know. We can probably do something about that. And excuse me while I'm leaving the picture here, but I gotta put stuff away. Put stuff down where it's not in the way for me later. Then I got the little oil and vinegar, this old pattern. No, these are not rare at all, but I don't have the oil and vinegar yet. I have some cups and some plates and stuff, and I have the coffee mug, the coffee pot. Isn't it, John Robert? So I picked these up just because I saw a lot of these, and I did see the spice containers a couple of times, and they all wanted you €4 per container, so I left those behind. They were just too expensive for me, considering they were mass produced and they still produce them today. It's nothing special. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. It was so random, but I did have the second suitcase was not as good as my main suitcase. I think that was the problem, and that ram I should have been in my carry-on. I don't know why I didn't put it in my carry-on. Probably because of the ceramic. I figured it was sturdy, and I had it bubble wrapped, and I had inside a box, inside the suitcase. I figured that was enough. Obviously not. Like this piece. This piece made it. This is like the most dainty little glass piece. It is so cute. Now, if I ship this out and if anyone wants to give it a home and I ship it out, I'm gonna be worried about it making it through the USPS. But it made it home. Of course, that one was my carry-on as well, just like the lady, the dancer. So this guy made it. I love the design. I love the dingaling there on top. And what else do we have? We have so much stuff. The vases, those. Well, this one, another one of the greenish. That's kind of a nice one. And here's the mark. I know that has words for everything, but my words are kind of like all over the place right now. And there's this one, and this one had a mate that was a little bit smaller, but the same pattern and colors. That one didn't make it. And that one does have the mark on the bottom there. Hi, Jane. Thank you, Jane. So I like this piece, and I'm sad that the mate didn't make it. And the other one that didn't make it was the one that had the orange. It had the orange yellow or bright yellow on top and the brownish on the bottom. That one was one of the ones I really liked too. But that one is another one I can fix, and I'm gonna work with it. And in fact, the way it's just cracked, it's not completely broken. I can even still display it on the shelf, and from afar you wouldn't be able to see it's broken. So that one I'm probably just gonna leave it as it is for now and just display it in my house and enjoy it for a while. Then what else did we have? I have so much stuff. Another one of my favorite pieces, which I got at that little flea market outside of Berlin, was this guy. And I got a smashing deal on it because this is a beautiful piece of pottery. And something's inside, which I don't know where that came from. That was just a piece of shard that. There we go. And this piece was my carry-on. That's why it made it. I mean, look at the design on it. It almost looks like it would be like transparent or something, but it's not. The way it's painted, I love the paint. The texture of the paint. Someone really knew what they were doing when they made this. Now, the lid was in my suitcase, and the lid survived as well. So, hi, Yvonne. It happens. Here's the lid. And the lady I bought it from, she bought from the original artist, and she said she spent a lot of money on it, which I believe, because these pieces, when you buy them at the art festivals, they are expensive. I think it's interesting how they left some of the brown and did not paint it all the way through. You don't normally see that. And the inside of the lid has some white paint and the rest is natural again, just like the inside of the bowl. So I really like this piece. I fell in love with it right away, and I'm so glad it made it. And then I had the set, which that made it in my suitcase, but not the ram. Go figure. Because these glasses are so dainty. Now, these are 6 glasses that come with it. I only brought in one to show because they all look the same. I love, love, love this design. There was another one that was green, bright green. I almost picked them both up, but I wouldn't have been able to ship them both back. So I left the green one behind because I like this color better. And the only thing that I've noticed after I got home, the lid does not quite fit on there, which is weird because other than that, it matches. The color matches, the style matches, but I'm thinking it can probably be fixed if, it can probably just grind it off a little bit more to fit it in a little bit better, or maybe it was made to look like this. That's my guess. It was made to look like this. I don't know why, but if you look at it, it actually looks kind of cool this way. So if anyone is interested in this piece, I will bring all these to a real rehoming show in the near future. But if anyone's interested in it before then, just let me know. So yeah, that's That's a nice set. I really like this set, and that was again, all these pieces were fairly affordable. Some of the other ones were a lot more expensive, depending on where I bought them. So then I got this one, which this is one that I needed for myself because this is a little tea warmer, but it's the mug size. And one of my issues, especially in the wintertime, is when I drink my tea or my coffee, it gets cold so fast. So I have to drink it so fast because I don't like to drink it cold in the wintertime. Not in the summertime, yeah, cold tea is fine when it's, 199 degrees out there. But in the wintertime, when you're cold and this one is perfect for that because I can got a little tea light in here, and then I can put my mug on top, and I don't have to worry about it getting cold so fast. So, and it matches. Well, it doesn't match, but I have the big one for the teapot that is also full glass. It's a little different design, but they would go together, kind of, sort of. So I kind of like this piece, and this is heavy. This is one of the reasons why I had 2 suitcases almost maxed out on my weight limit, which was 30 kilos. I think it's like 23 pounds. And I pretty much had that maxed out on both suitcases. Don't ask me how I got all that. 2 suitcases, 2 backpacks, and another bag when I initially took off for the airport. Oh man, they must have hated me. I'm that person I'm that person I normally hate, who has way too much stuff. But it worked. Then I have this set. Now I still have the price tag on there, but look at that. That is just absolutely stunning. Luca glass. I love the design on this. It looks like watercolor something. And it's only on one side, not on the other. And then there is the matching sugar bowl, which has the same design. And then it's got this little thing there. Here's the rest of the sugar bowl. And it also has the little sugar grabber. Yes, Germany's on the euro. Which is funny because I've been back for almost a week now, and I still go through the stores and look at price, and in my head I'm thinking, oh, that's 19 euros. Oh, no, wait, it's dollars. I keep thinking, oh, yeah, so and so many euros. So this one is the same design. I just love this design. And then it's, the inside. It's a pretty dainty little glass piece as well. Look, it's got an old Deutschmark price tag still on the bottom. $24.95. That would be what, like $12.50 in euros, which would be about $15. So there's that piece. And that's a three-parter. The lid, the thing, the main body, and the little sugar claw, which I didn't bring that out. And then I don't know why, but I picked up this kitty silverware, which is not a complete set, I don't think, because it's got 2 spoons. Well, it's got spoon, knife, and fork, but they're 2 different sets. The one, of course, I really like is the one that has the cat. That's this set here. Whoops. There is a cat. There is the bunny. And the third one is, I think it's the ducky. I don't remember I don't know what the conversion rate is right now, but it was the dollar was a little more than the euro at the time when I was over there. So it's not quite 1-to-1, but close. And then there's the other set, this one goes with the other set, I think. That's the dog. The dog goes with the cat. So these, I don't know, that's kind of weird. So that's being good. Both. Like I said, they're not quite matching, but I like these. I like the design better on these, actually. And I like the matte. Oh, it's a little less right now. Thanks, Michelle. That's almost 1-on-1. Um, then I picked up this guy, which I just absolutely love it. I love the design on this little box, even though it does have a little bit of a boo boo right here. It's got a little bit of a boo boo, but you know, it's a wooden box. It's got 4 footsies, and I think it's Eastern European. It looks very Eastern European to me. It's a nice size box, and it's nice and clean inside. So that was one of the last things I picked up on that last day when I went to those 2 large thrift stores that I showed in the video. Man, those were beautiful stores. I love those. I gotta go back there next time I'm over there. And I just randomly picked up some of this. There was a guy who, you know, I got like a 3 for, and I picked up these 2 pieces, and I don't know where the third one is right now. It's here somewhere. I don't even. It was another chrome. I just really like this. I love the design on this. So I got those. I'm starting to sound like Dee. She always says that. I got this and I got that, which is fun. Well, I mean, what else are you supposed to say, right? And this guy, oh yeah, I guess I got that guy from him too. He had like a buy 2 get 1 free or something special, so I just picked up the other 2 pieces. That one's a really nice piece. That was in the suitcase. Then I got her. Which one do you want to see again? The silver pieces? I already had someone is interested in her. A little candle holder lady. I just like her. She's so cute. So yeah, I mean, the brush is just a brush. It doesn't have the set with it. But I kind of like these things. I don't know what that is. If it's, I like the design on there. I don't know if that's design or if that's time, but I think it's a design. I really like that. Can use that as a display piece, even without the rest of the set. I just love these because they're so pretty. And then here's the other piece, which, again, I really like the design on it too. Got a little bit of a flowery design there. And I have one of these. Yes, Bakelite. That's what I meant to say, Brie. Thank you. And this one, I have one similar to this. That's porcelain, I believe. I don't know what happened to that. I had one at least. I may still have it. But this is just. I just love the stuff. I don't see a mark on here, so it's probably not silver. It's probably plated. Most likely these things are plated. So yeah, that's kind of cool. But I like it. I mean, it's one of those little Silberbaus, as we say now. Silberbaus. Sterümchen, as we say in German. So much cuter that word Sterümchen. Because that word doesn't really exist. That was made up for stuff like that. So, and oh, and another piece I picked up at random was, because it was so cute, it's a little matchbox. And it has a miniature inside. Made of wood. Isn't that cool? Sugar shuttle. There you go. Thanks, Karen. So that is just, I don't know what I'm going to do with this thing. This could go into the miniature collection. But it's unique, and I got it really cheap. And I got a few of these little metal tins that's like for tobacco tin. Love the colors on this thing. Now, I don't know how old it is. I have not done any research on that yet. But it is marked Van Eyck in Hamburg 20. So the zip code is an old zip code. So it is definitely vintage. And then there is the pen box Faber-Castell. We have that in the States as well, but it's a German company in Nuremberg, Germany. I just like that design. Plus, it's the company I grew up with. So for me, that's kind of like the childhood memory, even though I still have their pens, and you can still buy their pens. Yeah, if you want to email me for prices, be my guest. I mean, I can do like what Katie did in her haul video. Just if there's more than one person, we can start the sale. We can start the bidding. And this is 2 of them, same ones, but cigarettes. I still have the sticker on here for the cigarettes. 24 cigarettes in there. Buongiorno, Monica. Thank you, Bree. Appreciate that. So these are kind of cool. And these are the ones that I figured you can do something with because they're small and handy. In fact, I didn't have an actual wallet because I only have a very small wallet for my cards. Because I only carry like, a couple of cards, my driver's license, a couple of cards, and that's usually what I carry. I don't carry any cash normally with me. But in Europe, you have to have cash because so many businesses and people don't want credit cards. And if they do, they want the European bank cards, so debit cards from your bank account, which I also don't have in Germany. And then I started picking these up because I figured with all the cash I'll be carrying around, and I'm worried about falling out of my pockets, I could put my cash in there. I never did put my cash in there, though. I just kept it in my pockets. But it was... I just like these things. And then there's this tiny little ashtray thing. I have no idea if it's supposed to be an ashtray. It looks almost too small even for an ashtray. It looks like a paw or paw print. But yeah, it's got the indents that you could use it for an ashtray. And it's got the little number on the back. I just think it's cute. And it's green again. A lot of green. That was the color in those days, I guess. So there was that. Then I picked up a set of these, and there was four of them. I'm just showing one. I figured I'll rehome 2 and I keep 2 duck foot. There you go. That's what I was thinking, Kaz. Thank you. So if anyone is interested in these, let me know. I love the color and I love the design. And here's that. Echt Weimar Kobalt. So this is probably a little bit newer. It doesn't say anything about GDR. It says Germany. So it's after 1990. But it could still be... It's hard to tell. It could still be vintage. It could be newer. But I just really like this design. And I love the colors on it. So I got 4 sets of these. I was thinking I can rehome 2, keep 2. But if anyone is interested in all 4 of them, that's okay. You can talk. Then I got this German Delft piece. I didn't even know Germany made Delft pieces. I thought that was just Holland or the Netherlands. But it's a cute little box. And I really like it because it's like you can use it for pills or something, or small things in your bathroom or in your dresser, or for paper clips or whatever you use. So I kind of like that. It's a cute little piece. And I like this whole sea, water, whatever. Then there's the cup that you probably all remember too, my little frog mug and saucer. I had to have that. That was so unique with all the frogs on here. That's like... So I probably have to do a mug sale. I just picked up a bunch of mugs at the store yesterday when I went to pick up something that I bought like 2 months ago and never picked up yet because I was traveling. Oh, here's the last piece. Here's the last of the silver-plated pieces. This one I fell in love with, a little baby cup because of the name, Waltraud. Waltraud. I love that name. It's such a cute name. That's one of those things I had in my video. I know someone commented, I don't know, was it Kim or someone commented on it. It was like a baby cup, or but so yeah, that was the last of my silver pieces, or silver plated pieces. Then I had this whole set, which is, I believe, Eastern European. It could be Russian, it could be Romanian or something. It is not marked. I know, right, Karen? I can't believe I was able to lift all this stuff, especially those suitcases. Man, they were heavy. And my backpacks. And I had the whole camera bag as well. One of the backpacks on my camera bag, on the way back, I was able to put the camera bag inside my other smaller backpack, which just perfectly fit inside, which I remember for the future, so that nobody would yell at me for having too much carry-on. The hard part is on an overseas flight, they always give you more allowance because the planes are bigger anyways. But then being in Phoenix, you have to transfer onto a smaller plane from wherever you land, your overseas, where your overseas connection lands, and connect to Phoenix. That's the problem. Because on those smaller planes, they don't care that you had all the room in the world on the last plane you were on. They only care about the room you have on this plane. And then they always got these, "Hi, Jeannie, good morning." And they always get these announcements. "We have a full flight, so please check your luggage. If you have more than one piece of carry-on and one personal piece that will fit under the seat in front of you, please check that." Uh, and some of them, I mean, I could not have checked mine, because one bag had all the lithium batteries in it that you're not allowed to check, and the other bag had all my breakables in it, and that was only a backpack. It was not like a hard case or anything. But I was lucky because I had a front seat, not the front. They did not even honor my status, because I had the premium economy and I had the on the way back. I actually had a really good deal. I got an upgrade to a business. So, but on the last flight from LA back to Phoenix, American Airlines couldn't care less. They did have a business class on their plane, but they did not honor the fact that I had a business class ticket. And they made me put in coach, but luckily I was able to get a seat fairly far in front. So, and I had an early boarding group that way, so I was able to put my thing in the overhead bin. It fit in nicely. So anyways, I got this set. It comes with, I think, 5 little cups. And this is wood. Aren't they cute? 5 little cups, and then it has a, where did I put that? I had it somewhere. Oh, under the photos. This thing. It's not marked. So the ones I bought in the past that were from the Soviet Union were marked, made in the USSR or something like that. This one is not marked at all. And here's the thing comes off, and this actually comes apart in the middle there, and it's a little bit, not quite in right, but I can probably do that. So this comes, let me try and jiggle this without dropping everything. So this looks like that. Isn't that beautiful? I love these Eastern European wood designs. I have some plates that have designs, but I like the colors on this. This is almost like a pinkish purple. Of course I like the color. Duh, it's a pinkish purple. So yeah, this is, I don't know, I think it's kind of a, here we go. It comes apart like this. But I don't know how to put it back together to get it like, I mean, I know there's a way. I'm not going to deal with that right now. And here are a few more of these cups. Aren't they beautiful, though? Kind of looks boho, doesn't it? So there we go. We got that. And then there's all the photo albums that I brought, and there's more art. Oh yeah, I got this, which is another one of my ship things. As you know, I have a thing for ships. Now this was handmade in Greece, so I'm assuming it was probably made as a souvenir, but it does not have the souvenir markings and the whole, Greece or Santoni or whatever written on it. It's got the stamp on the back. So this is ceramic. It's a nice little plate to hang on your wall. I just like it. I don't know why. I just like it. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. Not the kind of ship that I normally. Um, what else do I have down here? I don't even know where to put these things now. I've got. Look at that. This I picked up for the cool factor. Yes, Brie, we are. I think of you every time I pick up something shippy. This one I got at that thrift store I went to on my last couple next to last day. I just thought that was absolutely cool. It was a little bit more pricey than what I would have liked to pay, but I just like the uniqueness of it. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. Anyone wants it, let me know. Email me. But it's something like you could put sugar in it even or something like that. I just really like this piece. I like it. Then there is, oh yeah, I don't think I've showed you these yet. There's stuff here too. I found more stuff. This one is the one I expected to get broken on the way home because it's so wide and there was no easy way to wrap this. But it survived. And I love this design. It's so different. It is so different. It's got the drip glaze on there. It's just really cool. Now it's a pretty big piece. And then here's another, the Arusha piece. I know I had a Arusha wall art that I rehomed. I love the design on this too. I love it is really, really, but that's Russia. Russia is really good. And there's a tag. And then there is, whoops, that tag, the mark. So yeah, that's a real nice piece too. And that's what I'm going to do from now on. When I go to Germany, I'm going to be looking more for these ceramic pieces, and I'll stop buying glass in general. I just want to focus more on the mid-century modern stuff. The problem is that that's traditionally more expensive, and traditionally I have not been very lucky with rehoming more expensive pieces. But you never know, right? What else do we have? We have now another piece that broke the glass was the mate to this. I did not bring that out now. These are kind of velvety, those velvety pieces from the 1970s with, I don't know if that's bamboo or something that they glued on there. And I got the set of two. Again, that one I'm probably going to get a glass made for it. I don't have a way to cut glass myself. Otherwise, I would just get another frame from Guccieville and just cut the glass to the size. But I don't know how to do that. Hi, Mary. Good morning. Right, Yvonne, my Zult shirt with my little Zult Snoopy. I don't know. Snoopy was big on Zult this year. So it says on the bottom, it says Zult. And here's the island. Oh, there's the island. So 2 suitcases and 2 carry-ons. That's what I brought back. Of course, they were large suitcases, like the 26 inches. And then there is this guy, and the bottom, now there is one piece missing that I had when I packed it, because I had to take it apart to ship it. And the bottom here is missing the little pipe that holds it up. But I could even display it like this, because all the stamps fit on the top. And they're German stamps, some even with the old, older font that they used to use that they don't use anymore. So that's really cool. That I picked up at one of the flea markets towards the end. Well, I didn't have that many clothes, and my towel, which for some reason I traveled with my towel, because everybody knows the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy knows you gotta have your towel. That I left behind, and I left my last PJ set behind. So I usually make sure I bring stuff that I don't need anymore when for clothes, because I figured I'd donate some of the clothes while I'm there, because I have more than I need anyways. So, and there's more art. Now this girl I fell in love with, and she survived. Even the glass survived. She was also in my carry-on. Isn't she cool? I don't know why, but I have a thing for these kind of abstract um, women pieces. So, and it's the original frame. That's what I love about these frames. Are all the original frames. I don't even want to get them reframed because they just go with them. That's why I'm just going to get the glass redone. And then there are those are the ones that I picked up from that dealer that didn't had sold the one that I fell in love with. Here's one. Well, these were two women who I guess I lived together. He didn't know if they were like a couple or if they were just roommates, and it doesn't really matter. I don't care. But they were two women artists, and they did like a lot of murals, and they did paint their murals on. Those were their supposedly their um what's it called, when they were practicing, but they look too well done to be just practice murals. So I really love that. I love that picture, and I love the other one too, which is actually I like the other one even more. I just bought two because I'm a sucker for pairs, and I'm going to get those hung together. But those, of course, they didn't come with frames. Those I have to get framed. But I gotta find a frame that matches. Nowadays, the framing place have all these bombastic, tacky frames that they offer. It's hard to find just a plain one and a small one. They all have the wide ones nowadays. They want to put like mats and frames and this, and it's just all too much. I just really like the plain frame, just like the one I just showed you. It's a little wooden frame and not too much, not not too much emphasis on the frame, because the emphasis should be on the picture. But I like that one. I really like that, the dancers and the musician there. It's a beautiful piece. That's the one I fell in love with first, and then I also chose the animals. He had a whole bunch of that art from these women, and I almost couldn't make up my mind. And then he gave me this one. That one was a freebie I got when I bought the other two. Again, library, look, chip. It's kind of cool. It's not the best of shapes, but it's a real nice piece. So that one I have to get framed as well. Oh, look what I found. Here's the sugar thing that came with the sugar thing. The sugar thing with the sugar thing. All these things, all these things. So that came with the sugar thing. Photos. I don't know if you want to see my photos. I have a lot of photos. I'm gonna start making some art with these photos, some mixed media art or just photo art. In fact, I already ordered a whole bunch of prints made off of the photos that I took. So on some large prints, and then I'm gonna glue some of the smaller photos on there. I just really like those photos. Even the people. I mostly like cars and buildings, but even the people, like the photos from the '60s, 50s and '60s, and they're just really cool. And then there is one that I really like. This set, they have like furniture of the house. My mom had her furniture in a newspaper article once, and I had a copy of that article, but that disappeared because one of the boxes it was in disappeared at one of my last moves. I had movers who stole some stuff from me, which, yeah. No, this album I only bought for the cover. Unfortunately, it's a little bit damaged here. It's come apart. I don't know if I was gonna try and get it fixed, or if I could just take it apart and frame the cover as a picture, because I love this. Thanks, Karen. I appreciate that. And of course, it's got all sorts of pictures inside, and they're not glued in. So I normally would have kept left the album at home. Like the ones I just held up, they were in an album, but they were not glued in either. So I took them out of the album and left because it was just a plain album. It was a nice vintage album, but it was just a plain album, kind of a reddish cover, no designs on it, and then the pages were like this one, and it didn't have anything written in it. Now, if it had like explanations who the people were and when it where it was taken, I would have left it in there, of course, but it didn't. So yeah, that's absolutely one of my favorite pieces. That album cover. And here's another one, and this one is one of the albums that has explanations. Whoops. So some of the photos are missing, sadly. Whoops, this way. And these are from the 1930s. So that's kind of cool. What's cool about this is that the people are in there. Actually, some of them didn't survive the war. And when they put this photo, this album together was afterwards, apparently, because I did have it in the description when there was someone in the picture who, where they were killed in the war. So that's kind of cool. Not that they were killed in the war, but that you have a trace that you know, oh, okay, what happened to that person. Even don't know who he was, but still. And these were ones I really like. These are family books. I don't know what they would call in English, but where the family puts in all the people, where you put in the who married whom and who divorced whom and and this one is a little bit older. I think it's from 1924, 1920s. Let me see if I can show you the front page because it does have the names written. There's some pictures and some papers in the back, which is really cool because they have like immunization records and stuff, and they're all really old. One of them actually is already falling apart, but I'm not gonna glue it together with tape. That would destroy the paper in the long run. Now this was someone got married in 1957. Yeah, genealogy. That's what I'm saying. That's yeah, but I don't know what it's called. Those books were called. There's someone's birth certificate from 1921. So that is really cool. Ouch. That is really cool. Let's see the front page, and that's the old Sütterlin writing. I cannot read this handwriting. I have a friend who can, but I cannot read it. That's really hard to read. Here's the marriage certificate in there. It says when and where they were married. 1890. Oh no, 1890 and 1888 were the birth years. They were married in 1926. I think that is super cool. And I think this is the same family. Both books have, looks like they have people with the same name in there. There's a real, I mean, even the old stamps. That was 1925. Ooh, almost 100 years old. That's amazing, isn't it? I think it's amazing. This book I just bought for the cover. I'm probably just going to display that. I love the cover on this book. Doesn't really have any art in there, and it's again the old writing. Then I have some stamps. Unfortunately, I didn't realize it while I wasn't paying attention, but they must have gotten some water damage because they were put in, but they're all kind of glued in. I think they can be unglued with the steam, with hot steam, like back in the day when I collected stamps. That's how you get them off the envelopes, with the hot steam. So you can probably do the same thing with this, because I was thinking, with the whole experience we had at that office of collecting in Vegas, I want to do something like this. I want to do the little things, use these little stamps and maybe use them as a background for one of those typeset drawers that we have nowadays where we put stuff in. I don't know. I'm going to do something with it. I just don't know quite what yet. And of course, on here's a plane. the plan, the plan. I love it. Again, that's one I want to display, just the cover, even though it's from the 50s, and there's photos in here too, which those were in there, but I don't know if they actually belong in there. But it's just an old picture about planes, about how planes work, how to build planes. Old book. It's got Ruth Barwinski was the owner. Huh. Very cool. Not too many women back in those days who were interested in technology. So, or even if they were interested, who were allowed to be interested in technology. Let's put it this way, because women were always interested in that kind of stuff, but the men wouldn't let them half the time. And here's more photo albums, which is really nice. Again, I don't know any of these people, but I can pretend. Hey, look, this is Uncle Rudolph, and there's Aunt Maisie. Yeah, make up some stories. Unfortunately, these are glued in, so I don't know if I would be able to take them out. And if I take them out, I probably have to cut them, and then I would destroy the one on the back. So, like, not like the ship. I would use that for something, but then I would have to, if I have to cut it out, I would probably lose this picture on the back. But I have to make decisions. But they were, I don't know how I ended up with this. I think that was an accident. I think that one I didn't want, but that was when this lady with a, I even give you a plastic bag. She made it sound like, oh yeah, you're paying me all this money. I'm even going to give you a free plastic bag. Really? That was funny though. And that was an accident, I think. But there's nice pictures in there though, so I'm not complaining. And then there was a baby book, Our Child. Again, this one is a beautiful piece. Just the cover. That's something that attracted me. Plus, it's got pictures of this baby. It's kind of nice to have these. Look at that. So 1960s looking. Whoops. Yeah. That's such a cute baby. Happy baby. So that's kind of cool. And here's, I think the reason why I like this is kind of like reminds me of my own childhood. Because there's some of the things and some of the places look like places I've been to and things I've done about the same time too. And yeah, this piece I broke myself. I stuck it in my pocket when I bought it real quick because I was already had my hands full, and I figured I just stick it in my pocket. It was the Murano bottle stopper, and it fell apart, but it didn't look like it was broken. It just looked like it came unglued. Now I gotta figure out how to glue it back in because it doesn't look like there's anything inside to hold that little piece. This piece you would think there's something inside where you can stick this piece in to hold it in. But probably just have to glue it around here. And it feels like there's glue on here from where it was glued. I think it was just the old age that the glue kind of came apart. It's not broken. But that's a beautiful piece. Beautiful piece of Murano glass. Even if I don't glue it back together. Or if anybody likes just to have this piece, you can make something out of it. You can use it for an art project. Don't even need the bottle stopper with it, except it has the Murano stamp on there. But right, Yvonne? It is weird but beautiful. And that's why I picked it up. I love the design on here. Oh, what I forgot is I was going to show you my rock, my new pet rock. I actually picked up and shipped the rock. Pretty big one too. It's beautiful. Oh, it's still in the other room, so I'll show you that next week. Leave it to me to ship a rock. And then people wonder why my suitcases were so heavy. But it was the weirdest rock. And I actually, the picture before I picked it up, I took pictures of it when I saw it down in it was kind of buried in the sand on the coast. And one of the pictures, I finally did it. I finally ordered metal prints. I've been wanting metal prints for a while. My cousin has some metal prints, a couple of them that her son gave her from Venice. They look gorgeous. And they're always so expensive. But then one day I went to the framing place. I broke down and said, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to get those metal prints. And they didn't do them anymore. And then I checked Shutterfly because my Costco membership expired yesterday. And with that, I had to do everything before yesterday that had to do with Costco, which I did, except getting gas, because I got gas at Fry's with my 10 cent discount, just about the same price as Costco. And I only got half a tank, so I figured I'd fill it up some more before Costco expires, but I didn't. And why am I telling you all this? I don't know. So I finally ordered those metal prints because I wasn't sure if Costco keeps track of if Shutterfly keeps track of my Costco membership. If they know that my membership expires, I may not get the Costco perks anymore. So I ordered. Plus, they had the special on Memorial Day weekend, 50% off everything. So I ended up ordering those two metal prints that should be here within the next week. I can't wait to see them. And one of them, the only thing I'm wondering is I think I played around with the filters a little bit, and it came out in a different color than the original color, but it was a nice brownish color, so I kind of liked the color. And that was one of the pictures, that rock, when it was still buried in the sand with the water over it, looked really nice. So, and I did order a bunch of other pictures, smaller ones and larger ones. The larger ones I want to use for my art. So we'll see. Yeah, it always is, because I always pick up like rocks and seashells and stuff. In fact, I have a whole big plate full. I got them all in one of my little purple glass plates now. There's a lot of them. I'll probably just post a picture to my Instagram. And it's cool. It's really cool. So yeah, I did a lot. I traveled for about 3 weeks and stayed put in Berlin for about 2 weeks only. Normally I do it the other way around, but I didn't really see much of my cousin this time, because then almost one of the weeks that I was there, she was gone. So, but that's okay. Well, I'll see her next year. I've been wanting to go in December or November for the Christkindl markets, but she is retiring. She is retiring on at the end of the year. So she has, in November, December, she has all the last minute stuff to do that has to do with all the legalities of signing over her practice to the new owner. And she also wants to put in some extra hours of work and save up some money, because she's already getting worried about, being able to keep up her lifestyle on retirement, since she's not making the money that she's making now. But I may still go over and stay somewhere else. I may be able to stay with a friend. But then I'm also planning my trip to the east of the U.S. in September. And if I do that, I probably won't be traveling again in November. That's just too much. So I want to go to Ohio, and I want to go to North Carolina, and I really want to go to Boston for some reason. I don't know why. Or to New England, somewhere in that area. What I really want to see is Cape Cod for some reason. I've never been there, but I know it's pretty touristy, so I may not even enjoy it. Maybe and I'm going to drive over there, so I may just take a train up the coast or something and take the train back and leave my car somewhere. I don't know. So if I do that, then I probably won't be in Germany anymore this year. And next April, I want to go to Iceland, because I want to see the Northern Lights. So I was already looking at flights. I can fly to Iceland, stay a few days, and then take the local hop from Iceland to the continent Europe somewhere. So we'll see. We'll see what I'm going to do. But yeah, that was about it. I think, yeah, that was about it. I've showed you pretty much everything. And yeah, I had full suitcases. And then there were a few items I picked up for myself too. Those 2 bags of chips I already ate. I actually took them on my trip in case I got hungry on the plane, because airplane food is never good. And the vegetarian airplane food is always vegan. And one of the things that they do is they give you a lot of fruit, which I can't do. A lot of the fruit that they offer, I cannot have because my stomach doesn't like it. Plus, depending on, hey, ancestral beginnings. Hi, Marion. How are you today? And some of the fruit, I can't really have fruit for breakfast at all because on an empty stomach, my stomach cannot take it at all. And some of the fruit, hey, Beth. And some of the fruit I just can't have, period, because without a gallbladder, you're limited on what your body can process. And they just, I don't know. I understand that they don't have that many special meals, and they come out of large kitchens, large, all that mass-produced stuff. Uh, they can't just do a special meal for every person who wants a special meal. That's just too complicated and too expensive for the catering company. I understand that, but at the same time, it's like you always lose out on something. Because when I'm on a plane, I don't mind eating a piece of cake. They didn't give me any cake. They gave me fruit for the second time that I couldn't eat. I was so mad. Well, not mad, sad is more the word. Well, when I came back from New Zealand, they didn't. They everybody else got ice cream. I didn't get any ice cream. I was going to ask for some. They probably would have given me some if they had some left, but I forgot. But it's like, and the cheese, or what did they do? I think they gave me no butter. They gave me a roll without butter because I didn't have margarine or something, which, that doesn't make sense. That just doesn't make sense. So I always take my snacks on the plane, and then on the way back it wasn't bad actually because I came from Finland. I took Finnair back. And the catering was pretty good. The catering from Phoenix to London to Heathrow, that wasn't very good, and that was an American Airlines flight, which is I'm grateful for those flights. We only have like 2 flights or 3 flights to Europe directly from Phoenix. There's the one to Frankfurt, which is only a seasonal flight from May to October. And then there is 2 to London Heathrow, one on British Airways and one on American Airlines, but they're all the same line. They're all one world. So, and I was not impressed. I never flew American Airlines before. This was my first time, but I was not impressed. They're not that good. I used to fly Delta. I used to love Delta until I had a super, very not nice experience in Atlanta where we had a huge delay. We ended up spending all night at Atlanta airport. They didn't give us any perks or they didn't give us any food. Everything was closed. It was just, so that was the last time I flew Delta. I'm gonna try Delta again. Every time I priced Delta, though, they're pretty expensive. So Finnair is a good airline because they're not expensive. I got a real good deal on my ticket. Another airline I would have paid the same money for just a regular cattle class ticket, and I had the good ticket, so can't complain there. And Helsinki Airport, even though it's huge, it's really nice. And the lounge I wasn't that impressed by the lounge food, but it was a beautiful lounge though. It was nice and quiet. It was comfortable. I spent like 3 hours in there because I had a long layover. I read my book and I had some snacks and some chips. Yeah, it is, Kim, but it's also changed recently with the expectations and with the competition because they're just getting cheaper and cheaper, and people want the cheap tickets, but they want the expensive experience, and that's just not possible anymore. So, like on my way back from LA to Phoenix, which was only about an hour and 10 minutes or something, it's a short hop, so it's not a big deal. First of all, I didn't recognize my class. I should have given me a business class seat. They didn't. And secondly, all the catering was just a cup of water, which is fine. It's enough. That's all you need, really. But you would like to have a soda, you would like to have tomato juice, or you would like to have the option to have a coffee or a tea. Again, that was a short flight. If it was a longer flight, I know those flight attendants work hard. They work hard, and they're probably not able to. Hey, Catworm. Yes, I'm back. And I know it's, and I don't wanna complain about the flight attendants. I had no problems with them. They were all wonderful people. They were friendly. They got the job done, and I'm sure if it had been an emergency, they would have been well trained to help us out and do the best they could to. But we don't look at that way. We look at it from, oh yeah, they're waiters. They're supposed to wait on us hand and foot. No, they're not. And that's why I didn't complain per se. I just thought it was a little bit lame in general. But what was not lame is that we landed on time. I mean, we got home safe. Barely. Because that was another thing that I didn't like about this particular flight. The landing was rough. It was not a good landing. It was very rough, and then the reverse thrust and everything, it made some weird noises, and it was way too fast. For a moment, I was worried that we were not going to make it back safely off the runway to the gate, because it felt like, there was just a little bit too fast, and there was just like the split of a second where it felt like we would be not making it, we would like collide with something or get off the runway. So, right, Kim, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, that because there are, I mean, there are like ways to go. I mean, the cross country train rides are pretty rough as far as from what I've seen and what I've heard. They're hard on your body, but unless a smaller one, like they're the ones that have the sights up the coast and stuff, those are supposed to be beautiful. So yeah, and believe me, I fly a lot. I can tell that that was not a good landing. I can tell that there was something going on with that plane. So uh, and I don't mind so much if it gets a little bit rough coming down, as long as it's not too fast and stuff. But that one was too fast, and you had a hard time braking on time. Like when I was it last year or year before? I think it was 2 years ago. I flew through Houston, and that was funny because we did a go around, but we were so close. We had no idea we were going to do a go around. We were so close, getting ready to land. All of a sudden, zoom, he takes off again. It was like, whoa, what happened? It was the wind, and it was all good. And I'm happy they make it. I prefer them to do a go around when they realize something is up, and do a second attempt, rather than landing the plane because we have to land now no matter what, even if we're too fast. So yeah, that was my first go around, which is amazing because I've flown a lot to only had one go around in my life, but that was cool. I never had one before. Now I can tell. Yeah, I've been on it. Yeah, that's what it feels, because that's so funny, because you're getting ready for the landing, and all of a sudden, without a word, you're like, what? Oh, okay, go around. Yay, you can spend another 10 minutes in the air. Cool. Oh boy. So yeah, that was pretty much it. I was going to bring some clearance items. I got a couple items. I don't know if anyone is interested in a clearance sale or rehoming. Clearance sale is just a word. Clearance rehoming doesn't sound right. So, for instance, I have this totally cool teapot. Is that the Canadian one? No, that's one of the Japanese ones. I'll be willing to let that go for $5. $5. Anyone interested? $5 for a totally cool Japanese teapot. Actually, it looks like it could even be a coffee pot. It's a little bit bigger than a average teapot, but and it does not have the. Oh yeah, it does. No, it's a teapot. Yep, it's a teapot, and it's pretty, and it's made in Japan. Anyone's interested? $5 teapot. Put down teapot. Yeah, Colorado Springs, because of between the mountains with all the air up there. That is rough. I remember that. And then there's another piece for $5. It's that beautiful Murano glass piece that has a little bit of a chippy back there. You can hardly see it though. $5 for the Murano. I would call it a napkin holder or something. You could probably stick a taco in there too. You could use it as a fancy taco holder. Let's say it's a Murano taco holder. Here's a sticker. Here's a sticker. And there is a sticker. It's a beautiful piece. Hi, Mary. Anyone interested? Let me know. Murano taco holder. Then I still have this glass, which I know I've wanted. I know these go for good money in pairs. I don't have a pair. I only have this one, but it's beautiful. Look at the design on here. And there's the. There we go. Forest scene. $5. And that, I believe, is Bohemian. Kaz, got you down. Thank you very much, Kaz. And I do have a pen and a paper here somewhere. You get the taco holder for $5. Thank you, Kaz. Now this one is really, really beautiful. Sorry, Bree, Kaz came before you. It's the stupid lag cannoli holder. There you go. That'll work too. So here we go. $5 for this absolutely beautiful Bohemian glass. It's a nice dark red. I heard Greyhound has. I've seen Greyhound has newer buses now, but they also still have older buses. And their stops are always in the worst part of town. I guess you're supposed to be living in the worst part of town when you're desperate enough to take Greyhound or something. I don't know what they're thinking. But yeah, I know I had to take someone to a Greyhound stop once, and I was not comfortable in that area. Okay, we're going to move on because I got to give it some time. There is this lag. Oh, stupid lag. And then I have one more piece, which is this glass apple, and that one I'll let go for $2. It's a beautiful glass apple, blue, and it's air inside. And it does have a hole on top. It's not filled, so it's very light. $2 for the blue glass apple. I have a large PayPal payment come up because I used my PayPal for some of the expenses on my trip. And next week I'm going to come up with something to rehome, a real rehoming show again. And in July, we will be doing the Whatnot extravaganza again. I would say mark your calendars, but I don't even have it marked on my calendar. I don't remember what date it is, but it's a year from the last extravaganza, which I missed because I was in Germany last year at the time. I was invited to that too. I did do the one in September though. And after that, I'm going to do more regular shows on Whatnot. That is my, my resolution. My resolution is do regular shows on Whatnot. So you all come on over to Whatnot in July and meet me there. And that was it, of course, I could sit down and show you 500,000 pictures one by one now. Look, there's a picture. I love that little baby. Look at it. How cute. Yep, July 7 to 9. Thank you. There's another picture. Another cute baby. Lots of cute baby pictures. More cute baby pictures. I'm delirious. There's a family without baby. Anyways, you all know the deal. You all keep it real. And on that note, thank you everybody for showing up. Thank you for remembering I still exist because, yeah, that's kind of after being gone for so long. Yeah. And Bree has a Whatnot sale today, 5 p.m. Eastern. Check it out. Do you have a link for your or oh, it's is it still your number, the 113 something? I forget your name. I forget your whatnot name because of the. But so check out Breeze Sale at 5 p.m. Eastern today and whatnot. I gotta try and remember that. Oh no, I have an appointment at 2. I won't be able to. Breegia 113. Yep, that's what I thought. Cool, Penny Sue and Albert too. We'll see each other in July. And thanks for popping back in. See you all. You know the deal. You all keep it real. And we'll see you on the block.